Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and Benjamin Sesko's transfer saga continues. It has been a big 24 hours for Sesko, for Leipzig, and the two clubs involved in this transfer saga. Newcastle United and Manchester United both have sent their bids in for Sesko. Newcastle United have sent a 90 million euros bid for Sesko, whereas Manchester United have today sent an 85 million euros bid for Benjamin Sesko. And now it's up to the player to decide whether he wants to go to Newcastle or whether he wants to go to Manchester United. I mean, it's a quite interesting thing, to be very honest with you, because at the start of this summer window, it looked like Sesko was going to go to Arsenal, and Arsenal tried really hard to get him, but it did not materialize. And then it felt like he wasn't going to go anywhere, and it felt like he was going to stay. And then he comes out and he says, "I want to leave, Leipzig, and I want to go out and play to a different club." And then Newcastle jumped in because there's a big possibility that Isaac is going to go ahead and join Liverpool. So they really wanted a replacement for Isaac, and it felt like they were going to be the favorites. And then Manchester United jumped in, and it feels like, in my opinion, they are the favorites, with the reports coming in, because Manchester United took their time to even send a bid, because they have tried so many strikers and they have sent in bids and they have been rejected, and it has been quite a sticky situation for Manchester United. So they wanted to be sure that Sesko's eyes are towards them, and that they are the preference for Benjamin Sesko before they even sent in a bid. And now with yesterday Newcastle sending in a bid of 90 million euros, and I don't think they got a good quite positive answer from Leipzig or Sesko's camp. And in my opinion, it feels like that has given Manchester United a huge boost, that there has been no sort of a formal steps in accepting that bid from either Leipzig or Sesko's camp, and that has given the boost to Manchester United. Maybe we have a chance, and that's why they have sent the bid today, 85 million euros. It also including the add-ons, it leads up to 90 million euros. As of now, if you're a betting man, which I'm not, but if you're a betting man, I would say it feels like Manchester United are gonna get their man. I think Sesko wants to go to Manchester United, which is again quite fascinating, seeing that Newcastle United are the ones in the Champions League, seeing that Newcastle United are the ones who sort of have a better chance of having a good season as compared to Manchester United. But again, it is Manchester United. It is Manchester United. The pull that Manchester United have with what they have done over the the last 20 to 25 to 30 years, it's still they still have that pull. And Benjamin Sesko, he thinks that maybe he could be that main guy that is going to come in Manchester United and be the superstar that brings them to the level that they were at before all this catastrophic events started happening at their club. But I would say it is quite a fascinating one. Two huge bids going in, and if you are Newcastle United and you are looking at this situation, and again it is I keep on saying it has been a dreadful summer for Newcastle United. All their main targets, whoever they wanted to sign, they have decided to go and anywhere else, and they are not getting the players that they want, and it is really affecting them. I think Eddie Howe would be under a huge stress first of all, and then and he would be angry about it, that Newcastle are not able to get the job done. They're not able to get any transfer over the line. And now this one again, Sesko, you would have thought with the circumstances that they are in, as I say, they are in the Champions League, they are going to be playing in the Champions League, there's a good chance. I can keep on saying they have a better squad, there's better cohesivity in their squad. The club is in a better place as compared to Manchester United. All of the things are going in Newcastle United favor, if I'm being very honest with you. But still, it feels like Sesko's preference is Manchester United. It just blows my mind. And if you are a Newcastle United fan, you really have to think to yourself, like, why is it happening? What is the reason that all these players that who we are linked with end up going to somebody else? I mean, it has happened with so many players this summer. 5 to 6 players have decided, instead of choosing Newcastle, they go to a different club. And I mean, it happened with Cunha, it happened with Ekitike, and it looks like now it's going to happen with Sesko as well. It has not happened. It might end up that he goes to Newcastle United and they get their man. But within the club itself, I mean, Isaac is hell-bent on leaving. There are news, rumors about that. Anthony Gordon wants to leave as well. So if you are Newcastle United, at this end of the summer, you're thinking we are going to be in the Champions League. It is a big step towards cementing our place in that top 5 in those Champions League places, and bringing in the players that are going to take our club forward. But now seeing the summer transfer window, you are really dreading a new season, because instead of improving you're regressing. Your important players are leaving, and the players that you really want to bring in to replace them or to improve your score, they are not coming in. You're basically getting second hand, third hand, fourth hand choices at the moment, and it is not really looking good for you. Manchester United on the same at the moment are in the same situation. I think if they end up getting Sesko, I think it is going to be a huge deal. But the problem with Sesko coming to Manchester United is, I'll be very honest, I wanted Sesko at Arsenal, but the reason I wanted Sesko at Arsenal is he's the type of player who would have developed really well at Arsenal under Arteta's guidance. He still, he would have been given a lot of time. He would have excelled, properly at Arsenal. I don't think he's going to get that, a chance at Manchester United, because what Manchester United are, the situation they are currently. Unfortunately for Sesko, he needs to come up and he needs to start, scoring. He needs to be on the front row from the first game, and I don't think that is going to be, possible for Sesko, if I'm being very honest with you. We saw what happened with Rasmus Højlund, and big expectations, and unfortunately was not really able to fulfill them, and now they are on the verge of selling him out. I sort of feel that if Sesko comes to Manchester United, we could be having this conversation about him a year or 2 years later as well. So it's a huge gamble for Sesko, if I'm being very honest with you. If I am Sesko, and if I am the one advising him, I would tell him to go to Newcastle United. I mean, you already have a good structure. The expectations are not going to be that much from Newcastle United fans. I mean, it is like have a good season, score about 15 goals, make sure that the club finishes in the top 5, top 6, and that's it. There's no big expectation. Coming to Manchester United, it's a whole different league. The expectations are going to be so much that they want their club to be back in their rightful place. The fans have, these fans have not seen the tough times that older fans have seen. These fans only know the success. The last 5-10 years have been, I don't really have the words. Like they have been in a sort of a car accident. They are not really, but it feels like they're in physical therapy. And when you have you have a car accident, you get in, and then you are in physical therapy, and you just want to get ready and be yourself again. It feels like Manchester United fans are in that sort of a situation. That they have been in a car accident since Alex Ferguson left, and now they are in physical therapy, but they are they're not taking the doctor's advice. They want to do it quickly, and instead of doing when doing it quickly, they keep on getting more injured, and they keep on falling back on their recovery. And Sesko coming in, and they are going to expect the same thing from Sesko. Instead of waiting and giving him the chance, I think they are going to suffer, and I think it is a huge gamble for Sesko as well. If there is one party in this whole transfer saga, in this whole mess, who is really happy, that is RB Leipzig. I mean, from the get-go, they wanted a huge amount of money for Benjamin Sesko, and Arsenal did not want to pay. That was one of the reasons why Arsenal pulled out. They're like, we're not going to give you that much money. They got Gökers on a much better deal. But Leipzig are now, looking at this situation. They're going to be like, okay, we are very happy. We're going to let Sesko go, because you have here two clubs who are ready to pay about 90 million euros for the kid. So Leipzig are not going to really care where he goes. But if I'm being very honest, I would say he should go to Newcastle United. I think that would be the better option. But the news and all the rumors and all the ITKs that they are talking about, it looks like his preference is Manchester United. Either way, this saga is going to go on for, I think, about a week more. I think he's going to make the decision quite quickly, because both these teams need to know whether he's going to come here. Because if he's coming very well, because they need to come in and get adjusted to the squad. And if he's not coming as well, they still need to know, because then again they need to go out and they need to buy somebody else. So next week we could really find out where he's going to go. But again, as I said, if I'm a betting man, I would put my money on Manchester United, because it feels like it is going to be him. And that is from me in this video. Let me know what you guys think of the entire situation. Where do you think should Sesko end up? What do you think it is going to be better for him? And do you think the price tag justifies his talent or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.